Forgiveness doesn't come easy for a lot of us. Research shows, though, that when we do forgive, depression and anxiety actually go down and overall health improves. There's a new study out right now that speaks to that. And actually, Harvard researchers are paying attention to the research. Joining me right now, best-selling author and founder of the Touchstone for Life Coaching Certification Program, Gary Quinn. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Adrienne.
You've got a lot to talk about, so I want to get straight to it because you have tools. One of the things that this research found is that there is a process by which people can actually heal through the power of forgiveness, and you actually lead people in your coaching. Can you maybe do something that you would lead a client through?
Actually, when an individual has issues, it usually stems from the past of anxiety, stress, or harboring this anger or resentment, which is part of the forgiveness exercise. When you start to write it down, and I work with a client and I say, okay, what happened between age 5 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30? What happens is you see little vignettes of movies that give you the same energy as if you were watching a movie theater leaving, and you see anger, hurt, resentment, betrayal. So as you hold on to this, what happens is your body starts to explode with emotional anger or trauma, and the body doesn't lie. It will tell you exactly where you are every moment of the day. So everybody needs to look at their lives, and growth is about changing your mindset, and really forgiveness will help to alleviate anxiety and stress. But even in the workplace, or you have to say, why should I forgive my ex business partner, my ex marriage, my ex friend, my relationship? Because that will lead you to the path of your destiny, of your literally stepping out of your past, moving into your destiny. And people say, well, why should I forgive? Any spiritual healing is starting to work with forgiveness. And I think each individual out there listening today, start with you. Take responsibility and say, what do I have that's not working in my life? Usually it's because your energy is blocked with anger or hurt. And when you release that, you will not repeat that. That is the key, is not to have repeating energies of our lives by anger or hurt or the same situation.
And you said something very key, release it. But I think a lot of people have trouble with how to do that. How do you release those feelings, those deep-seated resentments, regret? Even trying to forgive yourself can be very difficult because you're bitter with yourself.
The hardest thing is for individuals, Adrienne, to forgive themselves. They go, what do I have to forgive myself for? Forgiveness and all others is part of the task. But as you forgive yourself, you're taking responsibility of your future, and you write it down. You can do many techniques. I use different techniques with clients. I make them write it down. I also make them say it out loud 20 times. It usually takes 20 times to open you up. And what happens is the emotion, think of it as the emotion is like a flower that's trapped. As you say, I forgive, it's been trapped in there for years. As you say, I forgive, it opens up. The emotional detox leaves your body, and that's why people become very angry, or they have a feeling of light energy or newness or optimism or happiness that takes over their life by forgiving. So I would say, write it down, say it out loud. And if you have to write a letter to that individual, write it, call them, see them in person. And people need to know that you're doing it for yourself, not for them. Right. This is the biggest glitch that they say, but I don't need to forgive them. You're forgiving yourself.
I love that. I want to make sure that we mention to people that you not only work with forgiveness and personal coaching, but you've also written a new book. It's Become Your Own Business Guru. I have it in my hot little hand. And one of the chapters caught my eye is Have a Breakthrough and Not a Breakdown. And you can pick up Gary's latest book, of course, on his website. We will have that information linked to this story. Thank you so much. I know you've got a couple of book signings coming up, but Become Your Own Business Guru and Forgive Yourself. Thank you, Gary. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.